Hey everybody, happy month of May. This is, are you ready for it? Radscopes. Oh! Yes, we're bringing back Radscopes. So I actually went back and looked, and because I was curious, I've been doing Radscopes for at least 17 years. 17 freaking years I have been doing this. I couldn't even believe it. And it might be longer. That's just as far back as I could find records of having done it. So 17 years of rad scopes, and here they are, still existing, still here. So we're going to start doing rad scopes again on a monthly basis on the second Tuesday of every month. So here we are, second Tuesday of the month of May. Here are the Radscopes. Now, in the future, I'm going to be scrambling these signs, but I thought, you know what? First one, we can just go in the regular order. Why not? Now, the way I chose to do it this time is I am using the Major Arcana cards from Angel Tarot cards and Archangel Power Tarot cards. I decided to do that because Major Arcana cards are very often significant, powerful messages that come to us, and given that this is an overarching theme for the month of May, that seemed appropriate. Now keep in mind, we have got you covered monthly, weekly, and daily. So you've got your Radscopes, the second Tuesday of every month, energetic weather report that comes out every Sunday telling you what to look for in the week ahead, the card of the day telling you what to expect on a daily basis, and on top of that, we got Coffee with Rad Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to give you even more insight into those cards of the day. All right, here we go. I haven't looked, I haven't the vaguest idea what these cards say. Let's find out, and let's start with Aries. So Aries is awakening. Oh my God, I just realized. Okay, so Aries is awakening. This is a card that we keep talking about in all of my different decks and different incarnations. This is the version, my version of the Hanged Man, but for Angel Tarot cards. So once again, this stalker card that won't go away, that talks about things not moving forward at the moment, being stuck in a place of introspection, being stuck in a place of having to review the past, the future, the past and the present in order to decide, well, where is my future going? So Aries, you're still here. A lot of us are still here. We're probably all still here. But nevertheless, so it's a time of awakening, a good time to work with Archangel Gabrielle. She's a great nudger. It's why I chose her for this card. Gabrielle is the Archangel of creativity. Her name means the strength of God. And she helps us to be able to get moving forward when we're feeling stuck. But you know what? Don't look at this as a negative card. It is not a negative card. It just means there are great insights to be had. Archangel Gabrielle's coming down from the sky. She's upside down. And as I always say, the world looks different when you're upside down. So look at things from a different perspective. What can you learn? That is the Aries overarching theme for the month of May. But what about Taurus? Let's find out. Taurus is all about justice and balance. So if you've got something that is kind of hovering over your head where you're wondering how things will turn out, justice very often means that it will turn out in your favor. This could be legal battles, it can be things where you're being judged or graded, or your performance is being evaluated. Things turn out well for you. But it is also a card that talks about balance. So it's necessary that you guys make sure that you keep things weighed in the proper dimensions. Justice is a card where it's important for you to evaluate your own personal motivations. Make sure that they're in the light. Make sure that they're fair and just. Think of this card as sort of the card of the golden rule. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Very important. That's the overarching theme for Taurus for the month of May. Okay, Gemini. Hey, Gems. The Empress. You are going to be very creative in the month of May, and that is fantastic. And a little different from Aries, where Aries is feeling a little hung up. Here you are with the Empress. Also Gabriel, though, right? Where you are getting busy, 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 busy. Again, like I spoke of for Aries, Gabriel is the archangel of getting things done and creativity and all those kinds of things. Giving birth to something new, something that is important to you. Maybe a baby, you might get pregnant, but if that's not your case, don't worry, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is you might get pregnant with a fantastic new idea. You might get pregnant with opportunity. You might get pregnant with all of the possibilities that are in front of you for you to create something new. Creation. That is the important message for Gemini in the month of May. Okay, Cancers. Balance. So here we have a little bit of a recurring theme. Now this is a stronger, more powerful message of balance than Justice was for Taurus. This is really intense. It is very important that you keep your life balanced. Make sure that you're staying grounded. But this is also a card that really does talk about cooperation with others. There's a term, let me see if I can get it right. The sum of the parts is greater, no, the whole of the parts is greater than the sum, or something like that. You know what I mean. But it basically just means is if you take in the ideas of others or blend all kinds of different concepts and epiphanies, you come up with something that's even better than you thought before. So a good time to check in with your friends, your family, and people around you. Share what you're thinking. See what other people's ideas are. Now that's not to say that you do what other people want you to do instead of what you want to do. Your intuition reigns supreme, but see how you might get inspired by what other people have to think. Okay, Leos. Well, Leos are taking a leap of faith, all right? So that's fantastic. It's time to really stretch your wings and fly, okay? So whatever you've been holding back on, enough of it already. It may not feel to you as though it is fully baked, but so what? What is? That's how we get things started. I'm not saying you don't plan. Of course you plan. Do your best. But at some point, planning turns into procrastination. And Leos, you really need to look within and go, am I procrastinating? Am I? Or is it time for me to take the leap of faith? To believe in the universe. Faith is a very important word for me. If you don't believe me, pop on over to my blog on my website and you're going to see me talking about faith a couple of weeks ago. Check it out. But take that leap of faith. Believe in yourself. You are ready for what is next. Virgos. Renewal. So this is also a card that keeps coming up and has been coming up over the past few weeks for the card of the day. And that is a card that talks about going within. It's introspective. It's got a similar sense of energy sometimes to the card that we pulled for Aries, that awakening card. It asks that you kind of look at the past, look at the present, and figure out where do I want to go from here. It is a card of evaluation. But think of this card as, where it's different from Awakening is Awakening we're kind of hung up. Renewal is more a card where we're not so much hung up, it's just we're making up our mind. We could move forward at any moment once we make up our mind. So kind of what I would suggest to you is the power and the importance of listening to your intuition, listening to your heart, going after what you love. All right? If you are just now tuning in, you are listening to Radscopes. 17 years of doing this. Radscopes for the month of May 2020. All right, here we go. Second half of the zodiac, Libras. I have a brother who's a Libra. The star, faith, hope, belief. Here we have Archangel Jophiel pouring water out of urns as though it will never end, because it won't. Faith never ends. And so there's that star in the background allowing you the opportunity to make a wish upon a star. This is a card that comes after some really challenging times in tarot. And so just like that, your challenging times are coming to this place where it feels like the light at the end of the tunnel. And you'll have the opportunity to go after what you want in your life and to make your wishes come true so long as you believe. All right? Scorps. I have a sister who's a Scorp. Magician. Love this card. You can do anything, anything, anything under the sun. You can. You can do anything you want. And so the question is, what will you do? What will you do with the power that you were in this powerful manifesting mode right now? What will you do with the magic? Reach out to Archangel Raziel to help you bring that magic into your life. And your guardian angels, I'm getting the hit. It's like really important to bring your guardian angels into all of this. But this is a moment of acute and poignant importance in your life. You have the opportunity to create what you want. Will you? And are you sure of what that is? Okay, so this is Sagittarius and I'm a Sag, so here we go. Okay, well, I can live with this. This is the Emperor. Okay, and it's my favorite archangel. It's Uriel. It just says it's time to get organized and thinking about what I have going on in May. That makes sense. It's going to be a month of important organization for me. How about for you? Structure, discipline, making sure you have your ducks in a row. That would make a good blog. I think I'll blog about that for next week. Getting your ducks in a row. It's important to be organized. Now, Archangel Uriel is fantastic for that because he can provide you all kinds of epiphanies that can help you to transform your life. So what do you need to do? This is not a heartless thing. It's not purely a mind engagement, but it is both. We need both things. Putting our ducks in a row so that we are organized, ready to go to get all the things done that we want to get done. And I have a lot of things to get done in May. How about you? I have a lot to get done. And so organization, organization, organization. Capricorns, also the Emperor. Now, wow, this is where Caps live. They love organization, they love structure, they love discipline, they love all of that stuff. So a lot of what I just said for Sag applies to Capricorns. It's just Sages we're flighty. And so it's a little harder for us than it is for Caps. Caps, this comes a little bit more natural. It's a little easier. But since this is Archangel Michael, and in this deck, it's Archangel Uriel, it has a different feel. And so this is more epiphany related and going after what will transform the future. Michael has that sword of light, which is so much about using that to sever our energetic connections to the past. So Capricorns, it might be more about letting go, whereas Sagittarians, it's more about reaching forward. Next, we have Aquarius. This is my husband. We'll see where he's headed. And we have got divine guidance. In traditional tarot, this is the Hierophant. And so this is a card that I call it divine guidance, and it is a card that's all about reaching out for guidance from above. Now, this is a card that I like to think of as a duality card. It can be a card where it's like stick to traditional ways of doing things because that's what's going to get you through, or throw tradition to the wind. Think outside the box. Which way you go depends on which thing is working for you. You can try each one. One will work, one decidedly won't. And so how are you feeling? Are you feeling like I'm just going to go crazy and try something new? Well, try it. And if it doesn't work, it's telling you that this is a time for tradition. Oh, we'll go back to the way everybody does it. If doing it the way everybody does it, if doing it things the way that you have always done them doesn't work for you, you gotta break loose. It's time to break loose. Get footloose and fancy free and go for something new. And finally, for our Radscopes for the month of May 2020, for our lovely Pisces, this is hilarious. Are you ready? We are ending the zodiac in the same place we started it. So for Aries, we had the card that is Awakening, which is the Hanged Man from traditional tarot. I called it something different in Archangel Power Tarot cards. I called it Perspective, but it's still that Hanged Man energy. So Pisces being in this place where you're looking at the world, trying to look at it from a different way, get a different perspective of things by looking at things in a way that you've never looked at them before. Things may not be moving forward. That's not a surprise. We can look at this Alpha Omega kind of thing that's happening in this whole deck and go, wow, this is kind of like happening throughout the zodiac. But for Pisces, it's like this need to break free, okay? It's like, yeah, you're in this place, you feel stuck, you want to move forward. I have a dear, dear friend who's a Pisces whom that might relate to. Hey, Utah. Where this need to break free. But that's okay. Go for that. Go for breaking free. Just look at the world, look at where you've been, look at where you are, and get ready. Because the thing about this particular card is that sense or perception of being trapped, it won't last. It's temporary. You're gonna get out of it. Where do you want to go once you're out of it? There you have it. Radscopes for May 2020. Check in on the second Tuesday of June when I will be doing the Radscopes again. Also, again, don't forget, you have all of these options. You've got the possibility of the Radscopes for the month. You have energetic weather reports every Sunday. You have the card of the day every day of the week. You have Coffee with Rad Monday, Wednesday, Friday, where we just sit around and chat and talk about the card of the day in greater depth. You also, if you are feeling a little challenged, go to radleyvalentine.com/healing, where there are all kinds of free meditations, free, no strings attached. Don't have to give me your email, nothing, just stuff for you to help you to get through whatever challenges you're currently going through. Keep an eye out for things that are happening on my Facebook page, Instagram, and website, because we have a lot of things coming up for the rest of the year. Love you guys. You have a magical May.